Hello everybody, I'm Lee Alexander, candidate for Citrus County Sheriff. In the last few days, the flood of new support has been almost overwhelming. But as a result, I've got many new questions from these new supporters, and I'd like to answer one of the most common. And one of the most common questions has been, tell us about your background. So I figured that's what we do today is I take some time to talk about my background. I'm a native Floridian. I was born in St. Petersburg, but due to my father's job, we moved around a lot, and I graduated high school in Jacksonville, Florida. Shortly after graduation, in fact, less than a week, I joined the United States Air Force, where I spent the next 9.5 years as a security policeman. When I finished my time in the service in December of 1988, I moved to Citrus County, where I have lived for the past 32 years. In 1989, I started my own business, Gold Shield Security Services, which at the time was the largest private security company locally owned here in Citrus County. But in November of 1991, I decided to make a change, and I sold my interest in the business, and I went to work for the Inverness Police Department. During my time at IPD, I served in a wide range of duties. I served as a patrol officer, traffic enforcement officer. I started the community policing program there. I became a detective, then the operations lieutenant, and eventually chief of police. I spent a little over 12.5 years at the Inverness Police Department. Then in April of 2004, when the law enforcement services in the city of Inverness were assumed by the Citrus County Sheriff's Office, I joined that agency as a major crimes detective. As a major crimes detective, I handled cases such as homicides, robberies, violent crimes against persons, and felony financial crimes. I investigated hundreds of cases, put away a lot of bad guys. But in June of 2011, I retired. I took some time off, took about 3 years off, and in June of 2004, I went back to work for the CCSO as a civilian employee overseeing the Senior versus Crime program. A very unique and successful program here in Citrus County. Then in October of 2017, at the request of the incumbent sheriff, I took over as the senior service coordinator overseeing the volunteer program of almost 700 volunteers. The volunteer program is the single largest entity within the sheriff's office. It's almost double the amount of employees that agency has. Now, that was a very rewarding time. That was a very learning experience for me to see the motivation of these volunteers who were willing to sacrifice their time simply at the return of helping their fellow citizens. They dedicated over 90,000 hours a year. That's at a savings of almost $2 million to the citizens of this county. And it's a critical part of the success of the Citrus County Sheriff's Office. In the weeks to come, leading up to this election on November 3rd, I want to share more information with you, talk about myself and what I stand for, and what our campaign is looking to do once we take over the operation of Citrus County Sheriff's Office. I hope that you'll stay tuned. I hope that you'll come back and check our website and our YouTube channel for more of these videos. I look forward to talking to you soon. And take care and be well. Thank you.